Hi everyone, welcome in this new video. Thanks for watching. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about the evolution that I see right now in the world of customer relations and customer experience. I feel how more and more organizations are looking for different ways to attract their customers, and I call this fluid customer relations. And it's all a consequence of what we've seen in the past 12 months. 2020 was quite a horrible year. 2021 is a little bit difficult as well. But I tend to call 2020 the year of the biggest digital training course in human history. We had to compensate our physical losses with new digital interfaces. That's how everything started about 12 months ago. And pretty soon we had new habits and new behaviors. After a while, it became clear that we're not just compensating our physical losses. It becomes really clear that COVID-19 placed us in a time machine, and we had the fastest acceleration of digital usage in our entire digital history. We stepped into this time machine in March 2020, and in terms of digital behavior, it's like we're going to step back out in March 2027. That's a jump into the future in terms of digital behavior. And what is becoming clear is that we are not climbing the digital Matterhorn here. We're not going steep up to go steep down again. No, we have climbed the Table Mountain. We went steep up and we reached this new level, this new plateau. And here, on top of that digital Table Mountain, you're starting to feel that digital is not just being used to compensate for physical losses, but now new experiences are being created and existing models are being turned upside down. Look, this is the old way of doing marketing, right? We invested all our marketing budget to make sure that a customer would come to us, to a physical location or to a website. We went to Amazon.com to get our stuff. So every company invested all their marketing budget to make sure that we, customers, would come to them. Now, you see more and more models where this is being turned upside down, where the services are being built around the customer, where the effort of the customer is lower than ever before. And this is a complete mind shift in how we should invest in marketing and in customer experience. Let me give you an example. Take Good Doctor. This is a healthcare app from the Chinese insurance company Ping An. And imagine that you feel pain or something doesn't feel right. You use their app, you tell them which symptoms you have, and in real time they connect you with a doctor. So you have a video call. They have thousands of doctors that are always available for you. And these doctors, they act as some sort of a filtering system, right? So if something really bad is happening with you and they hear or feel that, of course they will connect you with a physical location for more deeper examinations. But in many cases, it's just something minor that is happening. And then these guys act like a filter and they can help you in a very efficient way. They can prescribe you medication online during that video call. And then they send that medication to your house within the hour. Now, I live in Belgium, my friends. And in Belgium, it's not like this. When I need to go to a doctor, I need to make an appointment. Then I need to go there. I have to wait in the waiting room. They always let me wait. Even if I'm the first patient, I still have to wait. Then you go in for your examination. Then I have to drive to a pharmacy. I have to wait in line in the pharmacy to get my stuff. And then I go back home. So I basically need to take half a day off. The effort for the user is very high. I have to adapt my schedule to the schedule of the doctor. That's how our system works. Here, with Good Doctor, the service is built around the customer and the effort for the customer is lower than ever. And this is a complete flip in looking at customer relations. Here you invest in services that are built around the customer where the effort is very low. And I know this sentence, it sounds really obvious, doesn't it? Be where the customer is. And it sounds so obvious, but if you look to the reality today, the truth is most organizations are not where the customer is. Most organizations try to get the customer where they are. We have to adapt our schedule to their schedule. What if we can turn this around? And this is not just the exclusive right of big technology companies like Good Doctor that I just shown, but look at Disney. I mean, Disney has been around for, what is it, almost 100 years. Mickey Mouse turned 90 last year. They have reinvented themselves so many times, and now with Disney Plus, they have a model that goes where the customer is. And of course, the pandemic was a present for a service like Disney Plus. It exploded in growth. They have now almost, and probably by now they have more than 90 million users, which is like the target they had for 5 years from now, and they reached it today. And this allows them to turn the existing model of content production and content distribution upside down. And I don't know if you saw it, but it started with Mulan. When the real-life action film of Mulan came out, movie theaters were closed. And then they postponed it, but movie theaters were still closed. So they said, okay, we're not going to wait anymore, and we're going to offer Mulan directly to our streaming customers, directly to the Disney Plus users. And we're going to let them pay a small amount, like $30 on top of their monthly subscription, and then they have early access to Mulan. And then you see that in a couple of weeks' time, more than 9 million people actually bought early access to Mulan, which was a revenue of $270 million that they did not have to split with movie theaters. So this is a complete new business model that would have been impossible to launch without COVID for Disney. All the movie theaters would be really angry with them. But now they're like, hey, what do we need to do, guys? And then you see how this model is being turned upside down. In the old world, while Disney went to movie theaters and then they came to the home theater, now Disney Plus goes straight directly into the home theater. And this is now a strategy that they're applying more and more. And in fact, what they're saying is that 80% of their new content will go direct to consumer. And they're going to invest a huge amount of money in that. That is a completely new mindset, where Disney goes where the customer is and where they use a new model, where they turn the existing model upside down. And I think this is a challenge for many organizations to think like this and to behave like this. So what we need to do, or what I developed, is a model where that can help you to think about this, to see how you can develop different customer relations and not just stick to one of them. Because the truth is, most businesses work like this. The customer comes to you and they pay you for an ad hoc purchase of a product or a service. Now, what I see is that more and more organizations are looking for different ways to really deal with this and to make sure that they can bring value to their customers. Take Panera Bread, for instance. Panera Bread, as you know, is a very successful bakery chain in the United States. They sell bread, obviously, but they also sell sandwiches and wraps and salads and stuff like this. They recently launched the Panera Bread Plus coffee subscription, which means that you pay them now like $9 a month, and then you have unlimited coffee. So you can walk in any Panera Bread store and you just get your coffee. Probably they're losing money on this because you can get a lot of coffee for your $9, but let's be honest, this is like a paid sales model, because every time you walk in, you may be hungry. So if you go in the morning, maybe you want to buy something to eat with your coffee. Maybe around lunch you want to grab a sandwich. So it's a subscription model that creates traffic, which is smart. But it's still the old philosophy where the customer comes to you to get the coffee. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the question is, can we go beyond this? Can we be more fluid with our customer relations? Because what I'm starting to see is that the traditional models are getting alternatives on the right-hand side of this model. Traditionally, you have a gym where you pay a monthly fee to have as much access to the gym as you want. Subscription model. You go to the doctor and you pay that doctor for your visit. And then you have Google, which is a free service, but you go to Google and you search for the content. Now you're starting to see how everything is moving to the right-hand side of this model, where Peloton bikes, for instance, are the alternative for the gym. Peloton bikes are a streaming model where you can get your personal trainer, and that personal trainer will interact with you. It's a live experience. It's a personalized experience, all from the comfort of your own home. So it's the alternative for the gym, where the customer doesn't have to go anywhere and the service is being built around the customer. Good Doctor is the alternative of going to a traditional doctor. And TikTok is the new approach in terms of free content distribution versus Google. Because let's face it, if you go to Google, you still have to do a lot of the work. Like when I go to Google and I type in, hey, I want to read something about the future of customer experience, my domain of expertise, well, then they say, all right, Stephen, good luck, my friend. We have 1.4 billion hits for you. Hey, there we go. I know what I can do during the next weekend. So I go there, I type in what I need, the search engine gives me information, I have to screen the information. That's how Google works. If you look to TikTok, TikTok works differently. When you go to TikTok, you instantly get your content, and then based on your behavior, they're going to decide what comes next. But you don't have to do anything, and you already get your content. So it's a different flow. You get your information based on your behavior, new recommendations are being formed, and that is being sent directly to the customer without any effort whatsoever from that customer. Two different models. And this is, you know, an evolution that I think we're going to see more and more in the next couple of years, where services are being built around the customer and where organizations look for different ways to go to market and to bring value to their customers. Let me give you an overall example. I take Amazon.com. Traditionally, you went to Amazon.com and you bought your book, right? So you went to Amazon, they invested a lot to make sure that you would go there, and you would buy the book and you pay for that one transaction. Early on, they added Amazon Prime, which is a subscription-based model, the biggest or the most successful subscription model in the world. It's brilliant. It's paid loyalty, and it's hugely successful. I love this graph. It came out beginning of this year, and it's amazing. 82% of US households is now on Amazon Prime. And just to put that in perspective, and I love this, only 77% of US households actually had a Christmas tree, just to show you how big the success of Amazon Prime is. And now they're starting to play with other models, like they have their STEM club, where, you know, they let you pay a monthly fee, and then they send you all kind of toys, scientific toys, technological experiments where your children can play with, all around STEM, and it's a monthly fee, and the service is being brought to you. And now what you also see is that Amazon has Alexa. They had it for a couple of years, of course, and if you have the hardware, the service is basically for free, and it brings a lot of value in the comfort of your own home. So they are always around, bringing value in a completely different way than what Amazon traditionally did. So these are all building blocks for them to make sure that in different ways they can bring value to the customer. Fluid customer relations. And this is my invitation to you guys. See where you are with your organization. There's a big chance that you will be right here. Ad hoc paying model where the customer comes to you, and that's fine. You need that in your business. But ask yourself, if you can't find other ways, maybe you find other opportunities to bring value to the customer and to, you know, follow the flow of how customer experience is evolving, where you build your services more around the customer than in the past. Fluid customer relations. That's what I wanted to share in this video. I hope it gave you some insights. Feel free to share it if you enjoyed it, like it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would love to hear your questions and your thoughts. If you like my work, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Check me out on Instagram. I share a lot of content there. And I hope to see you again in one of my next videos. Thanks for watching, guys.